Greetings, friends and future friends. Today I want to take you on a tour of the two studios. We are now entering Studio 1. This is where we produce all the audio, soundtracks, and write and create music for our music videos. This laptop is our connection to the internet. All our YouTube videos go out through it. With the Blue Yeti and with the Brio 4K Logitech webcams on tripods, we then can connect to the internet live through Zoom or any other conferencing software. The heart of our studio is the Alienware R12, 64 gigabytes of RAM, and a 32-inch screen. The monitors we use in the studio are the BAS 2020 event speakers, and we also have a subwoofer. My external gear is some Focusrite preamps, some BBE 882s, and a GeForce, and some Lexicons. As for keyboards in the studio, we have a Yamaha MO6 over here, and over here we have the Korg PA5X and a Nautilus 73. We also have an Alesis QSR module down here. The Yamaha MO6 and the Alesis are controlled by the Nautilus 73. To give us a bigger library of creating rhythms, we also have a Korg Electro Tribe. One cool thing in this studio is this monitor. I can bring it in to edit videos, or I can do what I'm doing now, mimic the screen of the Korg PA5X. As for guitar sounds, I have a headrush pedal board that gives me every sound that I need. As you can see, the studio has been soundproofed. All the guitars hanging on the wall are guitars of past experience. These are the main guitars that we use. 3 Ibanez S's, a Yamaha nylon string, an Ibanez acoustic, and we also have a few Gibson acoustics for recording. Another cool thing in the studio is this Roland 16-piece electric drum set. They are all mesh heads, PDX 8s, PDX 6s, and I think that's a PD110 snare. Also a PD120 kick drum with a mesh head. We're using the Roland hi-hat controller and DW3000 drum pedals. And one thing I'd like to say, that Roland 12-inch mesh head really has some great action. With those 3000 pedals, you can really do some damage. And this is our vocal booth, fully insulated, 4 feet by 5 feet, very comfortable for one person. In the sound booth, we have a Neumann 103. We also have a trackball mouse and a monitor in this vocal booth. You can then control the lyrics from that trackball. We also have a small mixer in here that will allow the client in the vocal booth to adjust the backing tracks and his vocal mic. We are now entering Studio 2. This studio is designed to shoot videos, such as tutorials. The monitor setup in this studio is a set of Event BAS 2020s and a 10-inch subwoofer. Here's some of the external gear we're using in this studio. 882s, a Focusrite preamp, and some Lexicon reverbs. Here's our keyboard selection in this studio. A Korg PA1000 on top and a Korg Nautilus 61 below. In this studio, we have a lighted backdrop. We can change the backdrop to any design we want and also change the lighting patterns up above. With lighting fixtures up above, we can light this backdrop into any design we want. We also have a headrush pedal board in this studio for all the guitar sounds. Depending on the video shoot, we can use the shotgun mic for tutorials without miking, or if we're doing some vocal tracking, we can actually use the Telefunken M80 microphone. In this studio, we're using another Alienware computer and a 32-inch screen. Walking down the hallway to Studio 2 is kind of my Hall of Fame, or maybe Hall of Shame. This is when we won the Battle of Bands in 1983 at Stage 1. There's a picture of Mr. Big and a picture of Billy Sheehan. I auditioned for his band in 1982. That's actually his wristbands there he gave me. And again, there's our Mr. Meaner CD and our cassette that we released back in the 90s. And this is an autograph of Heather Locklear. She actually signed my 1976 Gibson Firebird. She was at a car show and we were playing in the same town. This is an area I designed to work on my guitars. I built the bracket that stands up on a stand, and now you can strap your guitar in there and go to work without it falling on the ground. Being I've gone digital, my Marshall TSL 100 is just sitting here as a light stand, I guess. And in the distance, my really great amp I love to play was the Mesa Dual Rectifier with a Marshall 12 1960 cab. I'm also into the VR thing, so check out my VR tutorials. This is the new up-and-coming world, I think. As you're leaving Studio 1 going to Studio 2, people ask me, what's Rockosaurus sitting on a toolbox for? I don't have the money for a real guitar collection, but I do for a miniature guitar collection. In the first drawer we got Eddie Van Halen, Steve Vai, Randy Rhoads, Sinister Gates. In the second drawer we got Bob Weir, Michael Anthony, Stevie Ray Vaughan, Billy Sheehan, and Joe Satriani. In the third drawer we got Dimebag, John Hanneman, James Hetfield, and George Lynch. And these things are really cool to sit back and check out. I mean, if you take a look at Eddie's guitar, you can actually see the details in the back. Really cool stuff. One of the things we have over other studios is this workshop. We can fabricate or create any part that we need for either studios. So that's the end of Studio Tours 1 and 2. Thanks for watching, my friends. Take care, my friends.